After 20 years and billions of dollars, the Taliban is now in control of Afghanistan. They entered the capital today. They met at the presidential palace to arrange a transfer of power.
And it's a disaster unfolding very quickly. The Afghan president has left the country and the U.S. is evacuating American and allied personnel. Here's ABC's Faith Abube with the latest.
Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani has left his country after a delegation of Taliban leaders arrived at the presidential palace to negotiate a transfer of power. A new reconciliation council will be formed by former Mujahideen leader Gulbuddin Hekmatyar and former Afghan President Hamid Karzai. In a statement, they said the council's goal is to prevent chaos, reduce the suffering of the Afghan people, and better manage a peaceful transfer of power. Kabul was the final destination in the Taliban's lightning-fast offensive. In just over a week, taking all major cities, the Taliban told residents in a statement that they should not fear the troops and that none of the fighters would enter anyone's homes or harass them. On Sunday, all routes out of Kabul were sealed off. Chinook helicopters could be seen at the U.S. Embassy as the emergency evacuation gets underway.
Right now, the focus has to be totally on getting these brave, first all-American personnel out and our the brave Afghans who helped us through the years out.
This airport processing center filled with visa applicants, Afghans who helped the West during the 20-year war, now fearing for their lives.
We serve for the American forces, we serve for the U.S. and ISAF forces, for the coalition forces. They have to take care about us.
Other Afghans are now bracing for what's to come.
Recently, life has become difficult for people. People worried about the way Taliban treat us before and now. We just want peace.
The Biden administration is defending the decision to withdraw U.S. troops.
The president made the determination that it was time to end this war for the United States, to get out of the middle of a civil war in Afghanistan.
But some in Congress are taking aim at both the Biden and Trump administrations.
President Biden bears responsibility for making this decision, but there is no question that President Trump, his administration, Secretary Pompeo, they also bear very significant responsibility for this. President Trump told us that the Taliban was going to fight terror. Secretary Pompeo told us that the Taliban was going to renounce al-Qaeda. None of that has happened.
Faith Abube, ABC News, Washington.
Colorado Congressman Jason Crow, who served in Afghanistan, is reacting to this fall. He says the U.S. needs to reflect on all of the time and effort put into the Afghanistan war effort over the last 2 decades.
With helicopters, with an Air Force, with a command structure, with modern weaponry, in hundreds of billions of dollars of U.S. taxpayer money, I will say. After 20 years of doing that, if that force cannot hold its own for 1 to 2 months, then I'm not sure what we could have done differently. We're obviously going to have to ask some very hard questions about the nature of our involvement.
And the congressman also tweeting about the effort to rescue Americans and allies today. He said, "My heart has broken. Like most vets, I left part of me in Afghanistan. Later, we'll debate the failures of the last 20 years, but today our mission is clear. Hold the airport as long as possible and get all U.S. citizens and as many Afghan partners out as we can. We will debate the rest later."